Well, good evening, folks. It is, it must be Tuesday evening. This is how I tell my day of the week is whether we've got a webinar on. So this is Business Owners Smashing It Online. If you haven't been here before, welcome along. This is a free webinar. It's for business owners, entrepreneurs, those with an entrepreneurial seizure, thinking that this is the best place to be. So if developing your own business, fire the boss and go and work for an even worse boss. That worst boss is the one that you see in the mirror, who has got sort of totally unrealistic expectations, and you think you've got this dream life. Well, business can be a dream life if you do things right, if you automate things, if you use some of the apps and tools that are online, and follow some of the strategies that are available. And some of those strategies are, well, tonight it's all about getting, how do you get 20 to 30 reviews every single month. And in the corner there, I'll introduce him shortly. We've got Quan Nguyen, and he's going to be talking to us about how to get these reviews, why it's important, and really, if you're not in this game, how it's going to affect your business as well too. So, but before we do get started, for those that don't know me, my name is Nick Cree. I'm your host for this evening. In fact, I'm the host every Tuesday evening, and I'm looking forward to the session that we've got tonight. So before we do get started, let's find out who is in the room. So feel free to unmute yourself. Tell us what your business is. Well, actually, tell us your name first, so we know who you are. Tell us what your business is, and what is it that drew you here tonight? What are you hoping to get out of tonight? So who's going to kick us off? Name, business. What do you want to get out of tonight? And this is totally voluntary too, so it's not compulsory, but I know that there are some people there that are ready to go, like Ron, who's just thrown up his hand.
G'day there, Nick. Ron here, Ron Beswick. Our focus is on inspiring over 50s to discover that the best is yet to come. And of course, the reason I'm here is to see what sort of bright shirt you're wearing tonight. But the topic was intriguing to me, being sort of more of a coaching one-on-one business. It's Google reviews is not something that's really something I've focused on, so really intrigued to see how I can use that to change up our business.
Excellent. Oh, well, it's good you're here, Ron. And yes, I've worn my my painting shirt today. It's got my painting splotches on it. And really good you're here tonight with that, because Google reviews are, I think, one of the essential elements if you're a coach or in that sort of coaching and service-based industry. So hopefully you get some good takeaways from tonight.
Thank you. I'm sure I will.
All right. Who else we got here tonight? Raise your hand or just jump straight on in. Hello, Deborah. How are you?
Hey, Nick, how are you going? I'm Dare to Be relationship coach for better relationships in life and in business. I'm here to learn about Google reviews, exactly that. Been having trouble with people being able to leave reviews on my Google site, so hoping to find out how to do that better.
Excellent. Oh, well, you're in for a treat tonight, because tonight is all about that.
Thank you.
All right, and we've got Paul. I thought you think you had your hand up, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got my virtual hand up there too, Nick.
That's it.
Good to see you again, mate. Hi, everyone. Those who don't know me, my name is Paul Sheaf. I'm Paul's Productions, creating engaging video content for business, which means that I shoot people with a Canon, whether they are dead or alive. Little in joke, because people know that I live stream funerals and memorial services. But in the context of what we're doing tonight, I specialize in website videos, because video is the most engaging medium you can use to get your message out there. I do get a few reviews, but I'm a little bit lax in chasing them up. So just looking for some pointers. The automated idea appealed to me.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm pretty terrible following these sort of things up as well too. So I need to have something automated. So it makes a real difference. All right, and we've got Lana. How are you?
Good, thank you, Nick. Thank you. My name's Lana. I own Exceptional Tradie Solutions. I specialize in supporting tradies with admin and customer support solutions, so answering their phones, scheduling their jobs, so they can focus on what they do best, their trade or service, while I take care of the admin.
Fantastic. Oh, awesome. You're the sort of person I want to have along here sort of to help with my admin as well. You know, entrepreneurs, they just leave a whole mess there for good, tidy people like you to clean up.
Not a problem.
Excellent. How are you, Annie?
Great, thanks. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an animal-human relationship enricher. So I have conversations with animals who are living and in spirit and help support their animal parents to better understand them. And I support bereaved animal parents because I can connect with the soul of their animal in spirit and have a conversation, find out what happened and help them with the grief process. I also do distance healing. I'm the author of 2 books, which are on the banner behind me. And I started my own podcast show last year called What Animals Tell Me, because they tell me such amazing stories and I just love sharing them. I've just only recently been more active on my Google My Business page, trying to share some posts and events. And like the lady who spoke previously, I've had some of my clients have had issues leaving reviews. They can see them on their site when they look at their phone. Yep. Sorry, Deb. Yep. And on my page, it shows that there's no reviews from them at all. And I've queried that with Google and they just said, oh, it might have been because of A, B or C, but they didn't apply. But there's no review from them. So I'm keen to find out how to overcome that too.
Yeah, you can ask me about that tonight, Annie.
Yep. Great. Thank you.
Excellent. Oh, well, you're here to get your problems solved and they will be solved. Fantastic. All right. Who else have we got here? Time for probably one more actually. So who wants to be our lucky last to come and say hi, introduce yourself, your name and your business. So we'll go with a hand up or first one onto the mic.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Aldrin.
My hand was up and then it went down for some reason. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, hello, hello. I'm Aldrin Alternate, known as the Media Queen. Great to be here. Great to see so many familiar faces. I help people get seen, heard and known through free publicity online and offline. Very passionate about getting more truth and good news out in the media, helping people share their story and leave a legacy as well with their story. And I am looking forward to learning more about this topic tonight because reviews are so important when it comes to people wanting to do business with you. They are checking out reviews all the time. So I think this will be a great topic. It's something that probably a lot of us don't focus enough on, and are really looking forward to learning more about that. And also happy to offer a giveaway at the end, Nick, if you'd like some free publicity secrets masterclass tickets as well. It's coming up on Saturday for anyone who wants to learn how to get out in the media and be known as the expert.
Hey, Aldwin, I think it's a very small world because I think one of my team members, Nikki, introduced us via email this week.
Yes.
Is that you? Yeah.
Yes.
Very small world.
Yes, there you go. Well, the movers and
catch
shakers.
We'll catch up later.
Absolutely, that'd be great.
There's only one old one.
Yeah. And I've seen.
And you wondered why you were here, Quan. It's all a conspiracy to get you to meet Aldrin.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, it's great to see the movers and shakers that are popping up on similar Zooms and events because we're hanging around like-minded people, aren't we? So I think your environment is so important and so great to be here. That's why I love popping in here as much as I can. Thanks so much.
Excellent. Thanks, Aldrin. All right. Well, let's get cracking. So if you have just arrived and you're wondering where you're at, this is Business Owners Smashing Online. I'm Nick Cree. I'm your host for this evening, and we have Quan Nguyen here in the waiting room. Well, he's not actually really in the waiting room. He's on screen, and he's going to be talking about how to get 20 to 30 reviews a month. So I'll introduce him shortly. But just for now, we do have an agenda for this evening. And here it is on screen. We have some cool online tools, which I will run through shortly. Then we'll bring on Quan as our guest speaker for this evening. There will be time for questions and answers, and I'll leave that up to Quan as to whether he wants to take that during the session or at the end or quite how it operates. We do have a prize draw at the end as well, and you'll want to stay on for this draw tonight. It is a substantial prize. It is put up by Quan of course, you need to be in the room to win it. So if you disappear early or you take that moment to shoot off and go to the toilet and don't respond, we just go straight into the redraw. And of course, we've got a couple there from Aldrin. Thank you very much for offering that at the beginning of the evening. So we'll draw those at the end of this evening as well too, before we announce the next event and close off. But just for now, would love you to open up your phones or computer or however you happen to do it, and let's check in on social media. So whether that's Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever's your platform of choice, love you to check in. And there's a couple of reasons why we do that. Actually, before I talk about that, I'll just show you how to do it if you're unfamiliar with it. I do have Facebook up on screen, but if you're on some other platform, it will be reasonably similar, although not exactly the same. And you simply tap where you would normally create a post. And on Facebook, when you do that, you'll have a menu pop up from the bottom. One of the options in the menu says check in. If you tap on that, it'll bring up a number of probably places close by you. You may or may not see Business Owners Smashing It Online. If you don't see it, just type Business Owners Smashing It Online in the search bar at the top. It will appear. Then you can tap on it, and feel free to tag me into it, tag Quan into it. If you're here with someone, tag them into it as well too. Or if you think there is someone else that would really benefit from this tonight and maybe should be here or could be here, go and sort of mention them in the post or send it through to them as well too. And you can take a photo of yourself, the screen, whatever's around you, your dinner, your drink, whatever it is that you have accompanying you with the session tonight, and post that up there as well. So 2 reasons why we do it. One of it obviously is to spread the word of this event a little bit further so that people that are unfamiliar with it come to see it. And also for people that had registered, lo and behold, there are a few there that haven't actually turned up. They may have just forgotten and maybe driving home, and it'll ping up on their phone and just remind them that it is on. And the more important reason is for you. So it builds up your digital profile on social media so that when people are stalking you and having a look at who you are, maybe you've made an insightful comment on someone's post and people want to check you out, often they'll have a look at your profile. And one of those things on the profile is what you do as far as your own professional education and events that you attend as well too. So sometimes, just looking at some of those, that's enough to for them to make contact with you. So maybe they know Business Owners Smashing It Online, maybe they know someone else that attends it, or maybe they are just wanting to work with someone that is investing in their own education as well too. All right, so that is our check-in, and let's move through to some of our cool online tools. All right, so the first one that we have for you tonight, can you see the screen that says up on the top left-hand corner, vocal video? Just give us a thumbs up if you can see that, sort of darker screen, just so that I know that I'm sharing the screen. All right, perfect, excellent, thank you. All right, so first one is vocalvideo.com. So this site here is a way to collect video testimonials from people. And give you a whole lot of other editing tools that come into it as well too. So so what it is, it's got a free level as well too, so which is good. You can jump in there, try it out, see how the whole thing works. And I believe you get 3 testimonials for absolutely for free forever. And so what you do is you send a link to your client that you want to have leave a testimonial, or someone that wants to leave you a testimonial. They'll pick it up on their phone, and they can just then and there go and hold their phone up and record a video testimonial, and then as soon as they've done that and hit finish, it comes back to you. And then you've got some tools in this here that allow you to do all sorts of pretty cool things. So there are some things here where you can add your branding to it, if you like, or your color scheme to it. You can add transitions, graphics, filters. You can have all sorts of fun with it as well. Although, as Paul probably, who's on the call here, would say, is just don't go overboard with all that. Sometimes too much is way too much. So it's better to have something that's got simplicity. And so you can add subtitles, background music, those sort of things there, which may not always be available on some other platforms as well too. And this does actually host and store the videos on the platform, and you can share it out to social media, to YouTube, wherever you want to actually display the testimonials. So that one there is called, and it's super simple to use for clients, and it's also super simple to use for you as well too. That one's called vocalvideo.com. And what we'll do with these links is we're going to put them into chat. In fact, this one's already in chat. If you're not familiar as to where chat is, if you have a look at your Zoom screen down the bottom, there is a row of icons. One of the icons at the bottom is a speech bubble, and it says chat. If you click on that, that'll open up a chat box, and you'll see some people already hopping into conversation, which is really good. So feel free to introduce yourself in chat as well too, but all of the links will be in chat as well, so you don't have to worry about whether you've spelt it right or written it down right, or also whether you can read the screen or not. And at the bottom of chat, on the bottom right-hand side, are 3 little dots. If you click those 3 little dots, you get the option to save the chat to your computer. So you can save it now, and you can save it progressively throughout the evening, and it will keep adding the additional content from chat to that exact same chat that's saved on your computer. All right, so that's the first one.
Question on that one, please.
Yes.
Does it give you the ability to download the file that someone has recorded, or does it only host from their platform?
That I'm not sure, Paul. I haven't sort of downloaded it, but
certainly LinkedIn and growing number of the other platforms are really favouring native video uploading rather than linking from another platform, because they don't want their people on their platform to rack off to someone else's.
Exactly. So, yep, no, good point. That's exactly right. So, yeah, that's probably a feature that's worth investigating, whether you can download it. Yeah. If you can't, there are all sorts of workarounds for that as well too, as some of you will know too.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Paul. All right, second one that we have for you tonight is a payment platform. So this one's called thrivecart.com. And Thrivecart is it's actually a pretty cool platform for for your selling your products, your programs, and they've got a ton of features inside it as well. Now, the reason why I wanted to showcase this here is that it's one of the very few shopping carts that has a lifetime offer. So this one here, if you see this, it says get a lifetime account. When you click on that, so that it's not a free app, but it is a paid one, but you only pay once. So, and you want to ensure that you've got the pro version as well too. It is $690 US, which is close to probably $850 odd Australian and New Zealand. But once you've got it, that's the only payment that you have to make, and it is a very powerful shopping cart. It's not a website. It's got none of that functionality. It's got one functionality, and that's to function as a shopping cart, and you can use it on whatever platform you like. So whether you've got Wix, WordPress, Squarespace, so an HTML site, using it on social media, you can use the links from this to have people buy from whatever platform you choose. And the other advantage of it as well too is that if you've got your website hosted on a host that maybe is a wee bit slow, or it's a shared host that may not handle lots and lots of traffic, and you've got something very popular that's selling, then this one here will solve that there, because it's hosted on servers that work very well. So if I just jump inside it so you can see what is in there, they have let's have a look. Oh, actually, I should have just stayed outside and I could show you all the features. But what they do have lots of stats there about who's actually been buying things, checking out. They have an affiliate platform on here as well too. So if you have affiliates that are selling for you, or partners there that you wish to reward in some sort of way, then you can create affiliate links for your products. And really building each of the shopping carts is really a drag and drop process. They've got a whole lot of templates in here to help you do that. Let me just get out of it, and then I can sort of work through some of the features there as well too. And they've got a range of ways to actually use it as well. You can embed the forms in your website. You can have a pop-up form on sort of your website as well too. You can have things like bump offers, which means that you can have your main item that you're selling, and a bump offer you've probably often seen. It's got a it's just really a tick box or a toggle that says, do you want to add something extra to your order? And it's just really it's a toggle and a or a checkbox that people can toggle it on, and it automatically just adds it to the sale. So it does integrate with a whole lot of CRMs as well too. Calculates tax. So, you know, if you're Australian based, you only have to collect tax in Australia. It'll only collect tax from Australians. Same with New Zealand, and then the rest of the world, it won't collect the tax because you don't need to. And so it gives you a whole lot of reports with it. And there's all of the features it's got in there. So bump offers, upsells. You can do sort of email follow-ups. You can A/B test things as well too. So you might have 2 payment pages with different headlines or different layouts, and so you can test to see which one gives you a better return on the click-throughs or the payments. And Thrivecart has also introduced a learning management system too. So if you want to create a portal there for having your membership content, then Thrivecart now has that as well too. I have to say I haven't tested that side of it out. It is a reasonably new feature. It's been around for a few months now, but it's an option there as well too. So again, the reason why I feature is that it's a very simple card to set up. It is very powerful. It is a one-time lifetime payment as well too. And I use it for some of our products, and it is super simple to use, and it's really good. So there you go. That one there is called thrivecart.com. All right, next one is Hotjar. So some of you may have heard of Hotjar before, but what Hotjar is it records things like people's movements around your website. So you can see what sort of clicks they're doing, where they're traveling with their mouse, and it's got heat maps on it, which show you what's actually happening in terms of how far people are scrolling down the page. So if we pick one of the sites here that we've got up, let's just have a look at the recording just to show you exactly what happens here. And we might just sort of skip any activity. So here we go. So this is a piece of script that's gone onto a website, and what it does is it records when someone's on the site and what they're doing. So you can see the red line there is recording where the mouse is moving, and the yellow dot there is it records the clicks and when people are entering information. So on this particular site, they're doing a bit of a search on a directory, so you can see where they're traversing with it all. And so I think, well, what help is information like this? Well, it can help when people are getting stuck. So and so you might find that you've got a number of recordings where people seem to stop at certain places, and that may indicate there's a problem with the website or something that's not working. We found used it on a e-commerce site, and there was a graphic that was on the site there, and the graphic was what the process was to buy off the site. It wasn't a straightforward e-commerce site. People had to get a quote. They couldn't just buy directly. And people were clicking on this image and it was going nowhere. So what we did was thinking that, well, if people are clicking on the image about, the process of purchasing off here, maybe they're looking for more information. So we created a page that had more information about the process. And what we found was the conversions went up because people would then click on the image. They go to a page which really explained how to purchase on the site and really had a lot more information about it. And so that there was something that increased the conversions. So when you gather enough data like this, then it can be really helpful to improve the user experience on your site, look for errors and look for ways of improving what or how your site's delivering information and how it's working for people. So there you go. This is free as well too. There is a free version which you can put on your site. They're that gives you enough information to, to track, what's actually happening. And you can even track things like forms as well, how far people go through filling out forms. I've just shown you sort of click maps. There are heat maps as well too. And so there are a number of tools. In fact, there are even tools for having a pop-up down the bottom of the website to get some feedback from people, or to ask them some questions while they're there as well too. So well worth exploring. Hotjar.com. It is free. So just install the free version. It's pretty easy to put the script on your website or get your web developer to do it. And you'll start getting all sorts of interesting insights into what people are doing on your website. All right. And the next one here, this one here is a site called Right Relevance. So, and what it is it curates content from, sites that you may be interested in. So it's called rightrelevance.com. So, so let's say, we're going to search for, so you really put into the search bar, a topic that you're interested in. So let's say we pop in there a topic called pet care. And we'll hit enter. And so what it does is it scrapes the web, and it looks for articles there that have been published from various different sites on pet care in this instance. So here we go. We've got dogs go from pets to members of their family. That was in the Sydney Morning Herald. So it was an article in there. We've got another one from jobs. So this one's they're looking for someone as a veterinarian in Wilmington, Ohio. It's probably not much use to us here in Australia unless you're migrating to the US. Punishments and animal training. So you've got a whole lot of articles here on that presented on that particular topic there. You can actually share them. So you can, there's a share button there that you can share it off to your social media sites, or you can schedule them. So in this case here, they use Buffer, which is a social media sharing tool, and you can share it to Buffer as well, which will then schedule them to go out on your social media posts as well too. So you can store some of these articles or some of the searches that you've got, so that each day you can come through to here, or each week you can come through, find articles to queue up into to share into social media, or just for your own personal reading and research as well too. Thanks, Jody. With Right Relevance, are the articles trending ones or just from all dates? They've got one which is time. So at the moment it's grabbing time-based ones. So the most recent ones appear at the top, and the less recent ones appear at the bottom. They've also got relevance too. So you can filter them by relevance, and that will sort of filter, sort of based on what it thinks, is more relevant to that search term that you've typed in there. And this one here is free as well too. So this is a free app that allows you to do that. And you can see there's a red button here for adding topics, and you can actually also, if you're on Twitter, so it's obviously Twitter centric as well too, you can actually pull in keywords and whatever from your Twitter feed. I've got a fairly active Twitter feed, so I use it for that there, to pull in some other things that are relevant or similar. All right, and the very last one I've got for you is not an app or a tool. It is in fact a book. So this is a book that I am reading at the moment. It is an old book. In fact, it's a very, very, very old book written several centuries ago by Sun Tzu, and it is The Art of War. So it's really a book about negotiation. It's a book about business, and it has a whole lot of insights in there about which work in business. So back then, when the book was written, it was about strategy and how to ensure that you're protecting, or countries are protecting, particularly China, protecting themselves against enemies, and also how to attack as well too. So even though it's a book of war, it is really a book of business as well too. And the reason why I sort of profile this as well too is really because in there are I think it's 36 principles in there that all apply to business as well. So well worth a read. It's a very short book. It's 33 pages, and there are books that are written on this book here as well too, that and courses written on it which take it to a whole new level as well too. So there you go. That's on Amazon, and you can probably get it from, you'll probably get some from bookstores here in Australia and New Zealand as well too, but certainly a well worth a read. And that there would be a roundup of our cool online tools for this evening. So any favorites there? Any that will take you down that rabbit hole of procrastination to stop you doing any work tomorrow? Just drop in a chat, you know, which is the one that really grabbed your attention, and the one that you think would be, you know, you'll explore over the next possibly day or two, or when we finish here tonight.
I just want to say that ThriveCart is really good. I've been using it for about 3, maybe 4 years. Our agency's been using that for a long time. So it's a very, very good tool. Excellent. Yes, yes, I have to agree with that as well too. I've used WooCommerce and other sort of tools, Stripe, Cart as well too. Best. Yeah, for small business owners, ThriveCart you can't beat it. You can create landing pages. You don't even have to have a website. You can basically host it on their website just via like a sub account, which is pretty cool. Yep. And you can name the sub account your business name or whatever as well too. So yeah, it is very good. Yeah. Excellent. So we got some votes for Right Relevance, Vocal Video, Hotjar, Right Relevance, Vocal Video. Excellent book. Yes. Find a warm spot in a hot cuppa. Absolutely. In fact, that book there of The Art of War, I have to read it several times. I find myself reading the paragraph several times just to get the meaning and the nuance out of it too. And just one of those books you can keep on reading as well. All right, well, there we go. That is a roundup of our cool online tools and apps. Some people here have been generously sharing some of their cool online tools and apps, which I get to have a look through as well and feature some of those in future episodes. So particularly thanks to Jeff Veal, who's here as well too. He's a prolific sharer of tools and apps, which makes my job a whole lot easier as well too. And I know there are others here that have shared some of their favorites and go-tos as well.